What's going on? Jake here with Uncommon EDC. Happy New Year. Today we're taking a look at a couple new Zippos for the collection. It has been a minute since I've done a Zippo collection update video, but not for lack of trying. I did order both of these back in November. One was a pre-order, so I knew not to expect it till around Christmas, maybe even a couple of days later. The other arrived the first week of December, and I was really hoping to get these out in December because one of them is holiday themed. However, the pre-order didn't arrive till after I had already uploaded my last video for 2023. So this got pushed to January 2024. No big deal. Hopefully we're back on schedule for February, but if you're wondering why I'm doing a holiday themed Zippo in January, that's the reason why. So let's start with that one. I think that makes the most sense. Before we get it out of the box, let's flip over to the back, look at that barcode. 250 2023 Christmas Zippo. That indicates that this was designed and produced by Zippo. I bought it from SMKW, but it is a Zippo design. And so the significance of that is that the second one we're going to look at, it doesn't match what's in the box. And so that's usually an indication that either you got something on the secondary where they swapped the box to make it look new or just to make it feel complete, but they're selling something different than what's in the box, or that the company bought a Zippo to use the blank and put their own design on it, which is the case for this one. And so let's get into this first one. I already mentioned it being holiday themed. It is also case knife themed, which is really cool. For those that don't know, Zippo owns case knives. It's not a coincidence that they're both in Bradford, Pennsylvania. And because of that, I've really wanted to pick up a case themed Zippo. This seemed really appropriate for my first one, although I do still want a non-holiday themed case themed Zippo. So right up top, you can see that case logo pretty prominently, and that's the current case logo that they're putting on the tank stamps and the boxes. And so kind of the same logo you can see here, which I think is really cool. It's in this kind of red sparkly paint, same paint we see on the 2023. Now obviously that's indicating that this is a 2023 holiday Zippo, but for me there's a little bit more significance in that I really got into traditional knives in 2023. Before, at the beginning of the year, I had a couple slip joints that were modern slip joints, really nothing in the traditional slip joint realm. Really dove into that in 2023. Got my first case knife in 2023. I have a bunch now, probably have over 75 slip joints in my collection, but all of that happened in 2023. So a really good reminder of kind of when all of that started. So a little bit more significance than just being the 2023 holiday themed case Zippo. But besides that, we have this really cool design with the gingerbread man sitting atop a holiday wreath. And I like the aesthetic of that. I think it looks really, really good. Also significant that my wife is very into gingerbread themed decorations. Specifically decorations, does not like the taste of gingerbread, but really into like gingerbread men and women, holiday ornaments, or gingerbread houses or cars or anything really gingerbread related. So this slider is as much for her as it is for me. She doesn't really buy much of any EDC gear, but she does carry and use it, so she'll just go shopping amongst my gear. So I know next holiday season that I will get very little pocket time with this because she's going to claim it for sure. But really, really great design. I think it looks excellent, and I'm super excited I was able to grab it because I think these did sell out pretty quickly. If you want this, most likely you're going to have to track that down on the secondary. Outside of the design, you'll see that it is a single-sided design, not my favorite, but willing to make an exception in this case, over a high-polished chrome Zippo. And so also not my favorite because it's a fingerprint magnet, but I think it looks so good, so no big deal there. Flipping over to the bottom, you can see the typical Zippo stamps down there. Hopefully that's focusing in for the most part. You can see D, which is the indication of which month this was produced. I believe that's April. Zippo 23 because it was made in 2023. Bradford, Pennsylvania, made in USA. And so inside we have our standard insert, which is to be expected. Usually if it's not labeled that you're getting something different, this is the insert you're going to get. It's filled with standard Zippo fluid, striker wheel flint, and has kind of a soft flame there, and really can't expect anything else unless it's labeled otherwise, which is very rarely the case. There's some box sets that will give you both or a specific insert. I don't know why I'm closing this. A specific insert, but in most cases you're going to get that standard insert. Now for our second one, I already mentioned that this one was not designed by Zippo, although it is an official Zippo underneath. So we have the 200 reg brush fin chrome, but that's not actually what's in the box because they took that Zippo and Cerakoted it. And so This one is an arid camo, and it's a club member exclusive for a cigar club that I'm a part of. Unfortunately, I'm not going to link to it because YouTube really doesn't like those type of links, but if you want it, you can track it down, message me on Instagram, email me if you really want a link to the group. But this is a pre-order, also sold out, so you're going to end up paying secondary prices for it, unfortunately, which for this specific one is going to be probably upwards of $100. And so, like I said, if you want a link to the group, let me know and I'll invite you there. But has this arid camo, really nice camo on here. I like the color of it quite a bit, and with camo on such small items, it can be pretty hit or miss on if you get a good one. I think I got a pretty good one. I like the design of it. It's really kind of randomized looking, and yeah, a lot of different colors on there, so like that. And then also love the placement of that logo. That bolt logo is the logo of the cigar club, and it's in gold. One of my favorite Zippos in my collection is also from the same cigar club, and that one's in multicam black. I believe the logo is actually over here on that one, which I like that placement, but either way, it's cool. And when we flip to the bottom, you'll see this is still an official Zippo. It's just coated, and so the design wraps all the way around on this one, except for the bottom, and that's usually the case with Zippo's own designs as well. They're 540 designs. That the coating color will be there, but none of the design. In this case, a little bit of the print did make it there. I don't know if that was intentional, but kind of cool. But you'll see this one was produced at the exact same time as our other one, D, April, Zippo 23, Bradford, Pennsylvania, made in USA. So around the same batch that the other one came out, they just ended up coating that one. Inside, we do have another standard insert, which in this case, I would have preferred to see a torch insert. You know, they're doing this as kind of a secondary sale where they're customizing it. The multicam black one, you had the choice. You did have to pay for the torch insert, but I think even after upgrading to the torch insert, it was the same price as this one. And so it does feel like you're getting a little bit less for the same amount of money, but not the end of the world because I do have extra of the single and double torch at this point. So we'll swap that out either way, but it would have been nice to have that come with it. Otherwise though, I think a really good looking one. I think that gold goes so well with that arid camo, and I'm sure this is one that's gonna get a ton of use for whatever reason, because these ones are coming from that cigar club. I feel like I use these ones a lot more for that reason, and so I'll put a torch insert and take them down when I have cigars. Obviously all of the others have the same exact functionality. I just kind of associate the two together, I guess. But either way, let me know what you think of my pickups, I guess, for January of 2024 for Zippo. At some point, I'm going to need to do a full collection because I did have Zippos in my collection before I started doing these videos. I don't know if I'm going to get to that anytime soon or not, but would love to hear what you thought of these. If you've picked up any recent Zippos or even some on the secondary, that's where I really need to get into next. I keep saying that, but I keep picking up brand new Zippos, but I do want to get into some older designs sometime soon. But thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, subscribing, and hitting that notification button. And as always, I hope you have a great one. Take care.